That's Suresh on his Triumph Trident. That was the first big motorcycle I was convinced that I'm gonna purchase it. That's a crazy story, I'll tell you about it. I should thank the guys at the Triumph showroom for being so kind and being patient with all of the decisions, all the time I took to decide about a motorcycle. Ultimately ended up at the Ducati because I guess I was always somebody who loved the Ducati. Crazy. I didn't even know that myself. So Diddy's night shifts, he's got these handlebar side mirrors, handlebar, what do you call them? Don't know what you call them, but these side mounts, and that sort of become loose. That's what the stop was for. I guess we next have a fuel stop. That's Suresh. This bike, I never realized how easy and how relaxed and beautiful it can be. I thought this would be like this mad bike. I would always want to just go faster and faster and faster. But it seems like it can be both, you know. Extremely understanding, extremely empathetic to the motorcyclist. Sort of, you know, feel what the motorcyclist wants to do at a given point and react accordingly. You know, building a motorcycle of that sort, with that sense of balance, the sense of character, it was a very extremely difficult task. You know, in my opinion, I think they've done right by Ducati Monster. This evolution, upgrades. When the upgrades are worthwhile, the upgrades help you access a motorcycle, help you enjoy motorcycling, that's definitely worth it. I think Ducati understands the importance of getting, like I said, getting a wider audience in terms of approachable motorcycling, you know. Night shift, I think you see it better now with some sunlight coming up. Easy. You don't even realize you're at 100. Easy. He's got the Terminioni exhaust on his scrambler. I mean, I suppose you can only ride that bike in Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and get away with it. Bangalore, Kerala, and all of these places, oh god, it's a nightmare to ride motorcycles modified, especially the exhaust. If you're planning to do that, just be ready to either get caught and pay a huge fine, or you know, just keep your bike as stock and enjoy riding it to wherever you want to go. Just now, did you notice there was a pretty intense pothole considering the highway? And the bike soaked it up so well. I mean, didn't lose its line, sort of made you feel confident as you hit the pothole and got out of it. Of course, you'd want to avoid it, but at high speeds and vehicles all around you, very difficult to simply brake and cut. For the sake of safety of myself and the ones behind me, we're traveling at a high speed. And you'd want this motorcycle to really understand those aspects, and it does. And it sort of helps you really gain that confidence to ride and enjoy the riding and not to truly worry about you know, how the bike is going to react in situations of such sort. Of course, our Indian highways, at least The state highways are notorious for potholes and whatnot. So yeah, you need motorcycles that can truly assist you, because not everybody has the experience and the understanding to handle situations at high speeds, especially on motorcycles that are so powerful. Damn, look at the crowd, man. Insane. Okay, get back to you soon. Night shift with its brilliant silencer. Oh, such a beauty, the bike. Need to be super careful about these pedestrians. Need to be super. Hopefully it's recording. Yeah. This bike is so good. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. When I was initially booking my Scrambler, it's been about 8 to 9 months. This bike was just about launched, and I did get a chance to test ride it and all that, but at that point I thought this bike would be too much to handle. Now with some experience on the Scrambler, sort of have a good understanding of what I look for in a motorcycle. This particular bike seems to be very close to that. Riding on the highways, be careful, use the rearview mirrors, don't have to prove anything to anybody, take your time. Live to ride another day. That's exactly what you need to understand. Doesn't matter who's going how fast, ride within your capabilities, ride within the bracket. Learn who you are as a motorcyclist, learn how much you can push yourself on the motorcycle, understand the braking, understand the acceleration, eyes on the road always. I think these are small things that I have picked up along my riding career, so to speak. 110, 115, the bike is unhinged, the bike is not stressed one bit, peaceful. It's like a knife through, hot knife through butter. So good, so good. It doesn't really force you to switch gears. The torque is so good, you can pull the motorcycle from a low speed on a high gear, low RPM on a high gear. Does that Ducati, you know, typical rumble. I love that in motorcycles. Of course this motorcycle has a quick shifter, but I'm so not used to it. Like a morning ride on a motorcycle that truly fits who you are. I think with time you'll understand what exactly you look for in this whole journey. Because I think the biggest takeaway I have from all the people I've met and spoken to about motorcycles is that when you finish the ride, you should feel regenerated, you know. That's the idea. Of course, you're spending energy, paying attention, and trying to keep up. But at the end of the day, you gotta feel regenerated. Gotta feel like a session of yoga, you know. So look for a motorcycle that can make you feel like that, you know. Look for a motorcycle that really speaks to you. And then work towards purchasing that motorcycle, because one of this beautiful motor journalists says this: you're gonna buy the bike once, so you might as well just wait it out if budget is a constraint, and then buy that motorcycle which truly resonates with who you are. Alright, time to beat all the traffic. Yeah, watch out for people who do this. Get out of their lane. Quickly. So easy. So easy. So easy. No sweat. No sweat. It just goes. I think I absolutely connect with this motorcycle. I've also been on the Street Fighter V4. Had the wonderful opportunity to ride it. No doubt that's a machine that's phenomenally designed. Got ample power that you probably will never utilize unless you're on a track, provided you have the skill even to unleash what the Street Fighter V4 has to offer. But this thing's just right, you know. Sits right in that beautiful spot. Feels so good. Anyway, riding in the mornings never gets old. And look at all this phenomenal greenery. Chennai had some good rains this year. Don't want to jinx it, but pretty decent comparatively. Guess all of this, you know, greenery has got some water, because there's no dearth for sunlight in Chennai. So looks fantastic. Temperature in this particular area has dropped down by at least a couple of degrees. Feels so good. I think September to end of Feb, March, it's actually wonderful weather in Chennai. Gets humid once in a while, but September to starts cooling down in September, and then towards December it's actually pretty chill. It doesn't ever really get cold, it's always chill. And then it's cool, sorry, not chill, it's cool. And yeah, great time to motorcycle these 5 months, provided it doesn't rain through September. So good, this motorcycle. I mean, as I'm riding this motorcycle, I also miss how I feel the scrambler behaves on these roads. Completely different ergonomics, but that characteristic of rumbly, raw power feels good. Feels good. This clutch, using the clutch is such a second nature as of now. Oh, fantastic brakes. Reaction time. Eyes on the road. Don't panic. Such a good response. The bite is just right. All you need is 2 fingers. Don't ever panic brake. Understand your motorcycle, like I said. Save yourself a lot of trouble. Holds the line so well, effortless. It's barely any work that I'm doing on the handlebar. It's just probably the only thing I like is probably slightly wider handlebar, tiny, maybe 2 centimeters taller. This is pretty flat. Maybe I can angle it up this way, sort of make it feel really good. All these small modifications, you know, I think would really elevate your experience in a motorcycle. I think with time you will understand what makes you feel good, what doesn't. Realize that I'm not somebody who really rides beyond 120 unnecessarily. I think it's what the bike does within that range, the way it feels when you're riding from 0 to 120, and how it keeps up, how it slows down, how it picks up again and brakes and lets you hold the line. So good, so good. I think the sharpest motorcycle within a 10 lakh budget which I have experienced is one of it is Duke. No matter what people feel about it, one of the sharpest motorcycles I think we've ever had to experience. By the way, this happens to be my first proper vlog where I've set up the camera, the mic, doing this whole thing. Suresh has been very instrumental in me, you know, getting to a point where I start motovlogging. Pretty cool guy. Does it in his own style. Simple, straightforward. So yeah, I think you need people sometimes who just show you simplicity is speed. Doing is better than, you know, waiting around and hoping for the right moment to get into something. Yeah.